We feed the rat with the normal diet and also this kind of ganglion. We divided it to one serving and 2 serving a day, compared to the rat who got just only the normal diet. And in between, we inject with some carcinogen, and we found that the rat which got the group that got 1 serving of ganglion can reduce the abnormal, the cancer cell about 50%. So this is, I think, something that confirmed Dr. Chai speak this morning, that food can be the best preventive medicine as well. And also when we check the detoxifying enzyme, in this study we use the quinone reductase. In the liver, we found that the rat which have 2 serving of ganglion can induce the detoxifying enzyme about 2.5 times of the normal one, the rat that didn't get the ganglion as well. So from those, evidence as I showed you, I would like to, just only a few more slides to let you know that. So how to eat Thai food. If we are Thai, we know that in traditional way we have meal together, and there is many kinds of dishes in the center of the table, and each one have a rice dish, their own rice dish, and we will take any kind of dishes that we like. It depends on your family. So this kind of eating pattern, I think, is very important, because you can have a variety of Thai dishes, and in each dishes they contain a variety of herbs and spices as well, and it gives you a different taste, a different aroma and color. So I think Thai set meal is one of the unique features for Thai diet that we have to preserve, right? And not only the traditional way, but in the nutritional part of it, I think this can give you a good nutritional quality and also the health benefit of the meal as well. I would like to show you some kind of set meal that we have done, just to show. This is the papaya salad set, which we usually have it with the sticky rice, and also add a little, some kind of soup and some kind of meat. And another another set is also with the mixed vegetable soup, and also the dressed salad, and the steamed fish in red curry that I think some of you may know about this. In conclusion, I think that most Thai food composed of spice and herb, and as well as the vegetable, and those plants provide various bioactive compounds or phytochemicals which boast not only the antioxidant property but also another beneficial activity to your health. So I would recommend to eat variety of Thai food, herbs and spice which have the promising beneficial effect. And I think we are agree with Dr. Choi this morning that we have to eat more fruit and vegetable. Okay, thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Somsi. Please, I would like to ask listener, please read your question for a while, because I would like to continue the presentation till the end of three presentation. So next, I would like to introduce the second speaker. She is Dr. Siriporn Tantipotihan. Now she is a staff of Human Nutrition Division, Institute of Nutrition, Mahidol Universities. Today, she would like, her topic is anti-inflammatory activities of some Thai spices and herbs. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your introductions. I would like to thank the organizer to invite me to participate with this informative conference of Thai food heritage. The following talk, I would like to briefly describe that's how the inflammatory response happen in our body, and also show you the incidence of the non-communicable disease associated with the inflammations. And I will raise one example, that's how the inflammations can induce the carcinogenesis. And the last part, I will raise the example of the demonstrate the anti-inflammation in the individual spice and herbs, and also in the mixed bite and in the ready-to-eat popular dishes. The inflammation process is the normal physiological condition in human body. First, that the human body have to be induced with the either exogenous and endogenous inducers, and the human body will receive the signal and sensitize the functional cells, and the functional cell will respond to produce the inflammation mediators or the inflammation secretions, and then the biomarker or the inflammation mediators will function to eliminate the inducers from the human body. The inflammation can be divided into two types. The first one is the acute inflammations, and the other one is the chronic inflammations. These figures, the figure 8 describe the acute inflammations. Like I described in the earlier slide, that when the human body are stimulated with the stimulus, for example, the injury or the microbial infections, several kinds of cells, including the several types of white blood cells, will involve in this process. And during the process, the functional cell will produce a lot of mediators or secretion to fighting with the invaded microorganism. And these mediators, for example, the white blood cell will produce the reactive oxygen species and reactive nitrogen species. Like the first speaker mentioned about this, that's this molecule will very active, and it will kill the invaded bacteria or virus or fungus. And finally, in the case of the acute inflammation, the human body can eliminate the invaded microorganism and also can remodeling the damaged tissue. However, in the situation in figure B, in this status is will be the chronic inflammation. This status, when the inflammation occurred again and again and last a longer time. The mediators not help the human body, but in contrast, this mediator will damage the lesion or the tissue, and then it finally will make the lesion become carcinogenesis or become cancer. And the chronic inflammation has been extensively investigated as it's involved to the process of several non-communicable diseases. For example, the cardiovascular disease, the diabetes mellitus, and cancer. And these figures show you the number of deaths by broad cause group in developing region. You can see that the non-communicable disease, the death rate is increasing very sharply when compared with the communicable diseases and the injury. This is the global situation. And Thailand have the same situation as well. The number of deaths also increasing, especially in cancer cases and the cardiovascular diseases. And in the same situation, the incident rate or the new cases, not the death rate. This one is the new case or new population that develop the diabetes and the hypertension in Thai population also increasing very sharply. And this figure try to explain you that how the chronic inflammations can contribute to the ongoing cancer development. We started at this point as when the inflammation occurs repeated or chronic, it will produce the reactive oxygen species and reactive nitrogen species. This is the starting point that it will induce the normal cells to be the initiated cells or abnormal cells. And the other hand, that this ongoing process is produce the pro-inflammatory secretion that will like accelerate to increase the number of the abnormal cells, and it's called the promotion state of the carcinogenesis. And it will make the tissue to be the pre-malignant lesions. And if this process occurs lasts longer, it will progress the pre-malignant to malignant tissue. So you can see that's why the inflammation is associated with the cancer development. So we think that if we can reduce or limit the frequency of the inflammatory response, it would be the promising approach to reduce the complications of the chronic diseases. And this slide shows you that's the chronic inflammation associated with most cancer. For example, in the bronchitis, it will be the risk factors of the lung cancer, and gastritis, also the risk factor of the gastric cancer. So the first speaker already mentioned that the Thai food composed of many plant sources, and the typical Thai dishes including a lot of spice and herbal vegetables. And this is the example of the useful compound or bioactive compound in some spice has been identified and extensive study their health benefits. For example, the diaryl sulfide in garlic, the capsaicin in chili, the curcumin in turmeric, and gingerol in ginger, and oxalic acid in basil. So, spices have several health benefits, so including the anti-inflammation, anti-cancer, antioxidants. The following talk I will just mention to the anti-inflammation of the compound in spices herbs. The next presentation I will demonstrate the anti-inflammatory activity in 8 local Thai spice and herbal vegetable in the white blood cell, because white blood cells plays an important role in the inflammatory response. This study is the in vitro and the cell culture condition. And the white blood cell produce several kinds of the biomarkers, but in the next study, we measure only 2 markers, nitrite and tumor necrosis factors alpha. And this is the picture of the spice or vegetable that we use in our study. The first one is the local vegetables is called cayenne, and we use the branching leaf because the actual consumption we use the branching leaf, and we use fresh chili fruit, the branching leaf of deer, and this is the another local vegetable. It's called tiêu or pak tiêu. We use the branching leaf and use the fresh sweet basil leaves, fresh mint leaf, kitchen mint, and the fresh kaffir leaf. And the last one is the pea eggplant. We use the branching one. And this is the outcome of this study. I show you only one example. The effect of cayenne or cayenne vegetable on inflammation biomarker production from the white blood cells. The x-axis represents you the amount of the marker production, and the y-axis is the condition of the cell. The first bar is the background, like it has only the cells, and the second bar is the cells exposed with the inducer, and the other 3 composed of the cells exposed with the inducer, and the 3 high amount or 3 doses of the vegetable extract. So you can see that the vegetable extract can reduce the production of the inflammation biomarker in both marker 1 and marker 2, and the response is the dose dependent. It means that if it has more extract, it can reduce more of the production, which will be good for the our taste. And the other 7 types of spice and vegetable generate the same result, but when we wanted to compare the potential or the potency among the 8 spice and herb, we have to measure the amount or the IC50 value, the amount required to reduce the inflammation biomarker secretion by 50%. So this slide show you the ranking position of the amount of the 8 spice and herb. It's quite the same between the marker 1 and marker 2. A little bit change of the position in the last of 3, the mint, sweet basil, and the pea eggplant. So when we check the correlation between marker 1 and marker 2 of the IC50, both of them have the very high correlations, very significant. So it means that you can measure either one, either nitrite or TNF alpha for your screening protocol. So we can summarize that the dietary spice and herb in this study can inhibit inflammatory marker productions, and the degree of inhibition was dependent on the plant species and generally dose dependent. So we show you that the individual spice and herbs showing the anti-inflammation, but we wanted to know that when it's mixed together, because in the actual life we eat the mixed spice and herb and vegetable. We didn't eat individual, so we would like to see that what happened in the mixture. So the next presentation I will demonstrate the activity in the mixed spice